5 tribes that avoided modern civilization. Number 5. The Surma People. The Surma tribe of Ethiopia avoided all Western contact for years. Though they were well known by Westerners for their giant lip plugs, they wanted nothing to do with any sort of government. The Surma lived in groups of a few hundred, and carried on with their humble cattle ranching for centuries while colonization, world wars, and struggles for independence were going on all around them. The first people to hold a conversation with the Surma people were a few Russian doctors in the 1980s, thought by the tribesmen to be walking dead because of their skin color. One of the few fixtures of modernity adopted by the Surma is the use of AK-47s to protect their livestock. Number 4. Peruvian Tribe discovered by tourists. While marching through the jungles of Peru, a tour group suddenly found itself face to face with the members of an unknown tribe. Everything was captured on film. The tribe tried to communicate with the tourists, but since the tribesmen didn't know either Spanish or English, they soon gave up and left the bewildered moderns where they'd found them. Peruvian authorities, when they inspected the footage, soon realized that the tour group had stumbled upon one of the few remaining tribes unknown to anthropologists. Scientists had known about their existence and had been searching for them for years without success. The tourists found them without even trying. Number 3. The last of the Native Americans. In 1911, the last Native American undisturbed by settlers calmly walked out of the forests in California, in full tribal dress, only to be arrested by stunned police. His name was Ishi, and he was a member of the Guinea tribe. After being questioned by police, who had found an interpreter from the local college, it was learned that Ishi was the sole survivor of a raid by settlers 3 years earlier. After struggling since then to live off the land by himself, he finally decided to contact other people for help. Ishi was taken by a researcher to Berkeley University, where he told the academic staff the secrets of his native life, and showed them many techniques for living off the land that had been long forgotten, or at least unknown to researchers. Number 2. The Brazilian Tribes. The Brazilian government has been trying to find out how many people live in the isolated Amazon regions, for reasons of population control. Its aircraft therefore fly regularly over the jungle with photographic equipment, hoping to locate and count the people below. The constant flying does get results, but sometimes in surprising ways. In 2007, a routine low-flying photo operation suddenly came under fire by arrows shot from the bows of a previously unknown tribe. And then in 2011, a satellite sweep managed to find a few specks in a corner of the jungle no one thought was habitable. It turns out that the specks were people. Number 1. The New Guinea Tribes. Somewhere in New Guinea, there most likely remain dozens of languages, cultures and tribal customs still unknown to modern man. But due to the largely uncharted terrain, and the unknown character of tribal inhabitants amid reports of cannibalism, rural New Guinea is seldom explored. While new tribes are discovered every so often, many expeditions that depart with the purpose of tracking them down are cut short, and sometimes they simply go missing. In 1961, for example, Michael Rockefeller set forth with the intention of finding some of the lost tribes. Rockefeller, an American heir to one of the largest fortunes in the world, was separated from his group and is thought to have been captured and eaten by tribesmen.